today to ask for the public's help in providing information leading up to the arrest and or charging of the suspect responsible for this extremely vicious attack, assault on one of our citizens who was merely just standing in his yard outside of his residence. There's no robbery. It was simply a cold-blooded incident where someone was just walked up to and shot him. Right now, Crime Stoppers may pay up to a $5,000 reward for any information leading up to the arrest and charging of the suspect in this case. We are asking you, the public, to take a good look at the videos we are providing, at the picture. If you're in the neighborhood, you remember anything, please contact us at 713-222-TIPS. You can submit a tip online, www.crime-stoppers.org. You can even use our mobile app, available in over 20 languages. Joining us here today is Investigator Kevin Cote with the Harris County Sheriff's Department, along with members of the Harris County Sheriff's Department and members of our Crime Stoppers law enforcement detail. I'm going to turn it over now to Investigator Cote to kind of go over the facts with you and where we stand.
Thanks. I'm Investigator Kevin Cote with the Sheriff's Office Violent Crime Unit. On June 3rd, 2019, approximately 8:22 p.m., you see the suspect walking down the street in the video. He's wearing the red shirt and dark pants. He just walks by. They have little contact with the victim. You'll see the suspect actually just kind of glance over at him, maybe for about a second. About 36 minutes later, almost 9 p.m., about 8:58, he comes back, he sneaks up behind him, pulls a gun out, and while the victim's sitting in his car, charging his phone, he pulls out a handgun, shoots him one time in the face. The suspect then takes off. He takes off in the neighborhood. He arrived on foot both times. He left on foot both times. We believe he's somewhere in the area, so we need the public's help identifying this subject. That's basically all we have at this time. Y'all have any questions?
Yeah, it surprised me just a second ago, Andy said this wasn't a robbery. Tell us about that. What do you think was going on here?
Right, we don't know if it was a gang initiation or what it was, because he said 2 words to the victim before he shot him, and it had nothing to do with his property or anything. He just walked up, said 2 words, which we're not going to release the words yet, and just shot him. And as you see in the video, he just took off running.
Normally, you think a robbery or wants something.
You would think. I don't know if he chickened out from robbing him at the last second, or like I said, maybe a gang initiation. But that's the only interaction they had, was 36 minutes earlier when he just walked by.
So they don't know one another?
They don't. We didn't even realize that was the same guy until the victim actually saw the video, and he said, we showed him the video for like about an hour before, and he saw it, and he said, that's the guy that walked by. And he was wearing the same clothes when he did the shooting.
Is this his own surveillance that he has? Or?
It is.
It's rare that you see this kind of sort of senselessness.
Right, it's made no sense. He's just out to kill him, it seems like. He's like just wanted to go shoot somebody. I don't know if he has mental issues, but he just walks up, shoots him, and takes off.
I would guess if investigators were canvassing his neighborhood looking for additional video, have you been able to maybe track his movements in the neighborhood, you know, where he came from?
We have tracked his movements in the neighborhood. He was in the neighborhood earlier in the day wearing those same clothes. However, it didn't help us identify him yet at this point. We do. It was a semi-automatic handgun. We're not going to release the caliber yet.
Obviously, you looked at the video. Just describe, I mean, obviously it's self-explanatory, just tell me when he comes around, what was going on?
Well, when he first approaches, he doesn't have the gun out. When he gets to the back of the car, he takes the gun out, because he planned it, obviously. He knew he was gonna use this gun at that point. So, you see the victim, he kind of looks up, puts his hands up to try to shield it, and he just shot, just one time.
Is there a vehicle you're looking for?
There isn't. He like I said, he arrived on foot, left on foot both times we see him.
You mentioned already, maybe like a gang, and that's just something,
That's just a guess at this point, yeah. I mean, gangs are known to do stuff like that. They need to get a kill under their belt and so forth, something to say, hey, you want to be a part of us, and we do violent things, so let's see if you can do it.
that's the kind of thing that.
Right.
Does he have any identifying tattoos or anything that?
Not that we've seen. Susanna?
Going to ask Officer Susanna Benavides of the Sheriff's Department to go ahead and conduct this in Spanish. And again, the victim's family has opted not to be present here today.
Hola, soy Deputy Benavides con el Departamento de Harris County. Le estamos pidiendo al público ayuda acerca de este caso. Este caso ocurrió junio 3, 2019. A las 8:22 había un hombre caminando enfrente de la casa de la víctima y a las 8:58 el mismo hombre pasó por el carro de la víctima. Primero se acercó por atrás y después fue enfrente y ahí sacó una arma y le disparó a la víctima. No sabemos nada del sospechoso. Lo único que sabemos es que él tenía una camisa roja, pantalones oscuros y zapatos blancos y llegó en pie, no había ningún vehículo. Y la víctima fue al hospital y el sospechoso se fue en pie por la comunidad.
Closing. Go ahead, Jeff, you had a question?
I'm sorry, one other question. How is this victim now? Obviously, he survived this attack. We've been talking about a murder here. And how is he and his family sort of taking on?
Right, they're in shock because they believe the suspect lives in a neighborhood somewhere. So they think that somebody in their family might have seen him walking down the street on prior occasions. So as far as the victim goes, he's in recovery right now. He's has physical therapy. He's has some injuries, obviously, from that, so he has a long way to go, but he's definitely stable. He was shot in the face.
How many times?
One time.
One time. So that's why you believe it was an initiation type of thing?
Well, not because he was shot in the face, but just because he didn't try to rob him. He just set out, looks like he set out to kill him, and there was no reason for that. I mean, it's not like there was a road rage incident. There was nothing prior to this that occurred.
What kind of permanent damages have there been?
We don't know the extent of it as of yet. They're still working on that. They're not sure